Now I get it on one hand if you are volunteering to fight because you either enjoy fighting or you are fighting for something that you really believe in. And I think Civil War, I would put that in that category, right? But I will make the argument that with as with all the love and respect I have for every veteran in this room, y'all know how I feel about them, about our soldiers. I think about the price we paid for participation in things like the Vietnam War, and I think about how many fathers, uncles, brothers a lot of us have who were in that war, and how they came back. I met my uncle. I saw it was the first time I seen him in 40 years, and he went to Vietnam, and just talking about Vietnam almost brought him to tears. Like he really, and my father can't talk about Vietnam. My uncle was pretty jacked up from Vietnam. I know a lot of men. So that takes you back to Muhammad Ali, who once said, "Ain't no Viet Cong never called me nigga." And so Ali, who was a fighter by trade, was saying, "Hey, I'm not scared to fight. I just ain't fighting for you." I think that's a uniquely black disposition that I'm bound to respect tremendously. Because when Ali did fight, you saw him in Africa. Remember when he fought George Foreman in Africa, and it was amazing. He and he had all of Africa at his back, and he said, "Ali Boumaye, Ali Boumaye." That was very inspiring to watch. It was a movie called When We Were Kings. I highly recommend it if you haven't seen it. It's one of the most inspiring movies ever made. And I'm proud of Ali because I'm from Louisville too. And actually my uncle that I talked to for the first time in 40 years, he told me he knew Ali very well. He was a boxer. And so my point is to say that, when we brag about how many black people have died in all these wars, I really wonder if there's room to kind of speculate on which wars are worth dying in. I don't know if I trust government officials enough to even declare war in an appropriate fashion. They will get you riled up and feeling all patriotic, making you somehow believe that we have to go to Afghanistan and Iraq because we're defending American freedom, when really somebody from APAC or a Zionist has paid a politician to get you to fight battles on their behalf. So I'm not telling you where to fight. I think you should never be afraid to fight. But I think I ask you this question: what are you fighting for? Have you thought carefully about what you're targeting with this energy? If you're going to die, what are you going to die for? Like, I'm not scared to die. My fear of death left a long time ago. I think the only thing I'd be afraid of is dying for nothing, right? And I think that when you think about what we have fought for, it almost comes back to money. We fought in the civil rights movement for the right to spend our money with white folks, right? We literally would let them beat us upside the head just for the opportunity to go into their store and spend our money. I think that was the wrong fight. However, it would have made sense if we got beat upside the head for the opportunity to own our own businesses. So every day when you use your energy to fight for something or you give your attention to something, I would encourage you to think carefully about what your values are and what energy alignment matters for your value system, right? What am I going to fight for today? Because think about this. Think about how many black people you know who will fight harder for their job than they will for their family. Like I've seen people give up their whole family for their career. And I don't think that's a logical trade. That's not logical at all. Um, so think about that a little bit. Okay.